In John 21:17, Christ looked at Peter and said, "Feed my sheep." That sounds like a pretty simple assignment, but it's far more challenging than what it looks like on the surface, because you cannot make a person eat what they don't want to eat. In effect, ministers, teachers, preachers are a little bit more like cafeteria workers. We can prepare the food and we can make it available, but if somebody doesn't want it, we cannot hold them down and force feed them. You know the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And so while we do have this charge to feed the sheep sheep have a role in it also, and that is they've got to be willing to eat. Hebrews 10:24-25, one of the favorite, more encouraging passages, depending on how you look at it. But it says to consider one another in order to stir up love and good works. This is the spiritual feast that we are trying to engage folks in, is where the needs of the soul are being fed. And so we admonish and uphold one another. And that's a wonderful thing when the church family works that way. That is a wonderful and awesome thing when the food is ready and all the sheep come and they are eager to eat and have a zeal for it. But it really has to be a personal hunger. This is probably one of the more important keys. It is possible to discipline a child and raise that child in the nurture and admonition of the Lord, and force them to do some things because they're living at home and they don't have a whole lot of choice. A lot of us went to church just because mama or daddy made us go. It was not a personal hunger for us yet. But when you make that transition out of, I'm just doing this because this is what mama always made me do, or this is what I've always done, or nah, it's okay, I don't have anything else to do on Sunday. When you get out of that, I'm just paying my fire insurance, and you move on over into the, I want this. There are some things of value here that I must have in my life. I gotta have these in my life. When you get to this level of personal hunger, and you start saying, I live by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God, and I'm going to scour through that Bible, and I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to think deeper and deeper. I'm not going to do my daily Bible reading just so I can check something off on my daily reading schedule. That's absurd. But I'm going to read that Bible, and I'm going to meditate on it, and I'm going to look between the lines, and I'm going to think about this passage in connection with that passage, and this concept in connection with that concept, and I'm going to put it together, and I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to transform my life by the renewing of my mind. That's Romans 12:2, if you kind of recognize that. But now we're back to zeal. We're back to heart. These are the people that excel in Christianity. Let me just be rather blunt. If you see somebody who's dragging through Christianity, they hadn't found their zeal in their heart yet. Now they may, but they hadn't found it yet. Or they wouldn't just be dragging through day after day, just living some traditional habit that is just familiar to them. Those people that find their passion, they find an energy that takes them on to the next level. Now, when we say things like, I'm going to be a better Christian today than I was yesterday, they're not just saying words that sound clever. They're actually looking for that way to be a better Christian today. They're digging and they're searching for it. And every single day may not be a leap forward, but every day is a move forward if you're really, really searching for how to move forward. You're building your knowledge base. You're building that foundation. You're adding to what you can work from. And as long as you're adding, that is a move forward. So, something to think about. We have the charge, feed my sheep. So I hope the ministers are doing their part. And now it's time for the sheep to do their part. Put your comments below. And as always, have a great day.